Valley Outro brothers and sisters, and welcome back to Mark of the Ancients. So I just re-uploaded the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Nightmare Godzilla intro, and then I re-uploaded the Nightmare Godzilla theme song because this one is only like 2 minutes and 7 minutes long, but even though it was warned, everyone still wanted to know what it was like. So I figured, why not? So it's been changed, and there is a warning label on it. So for those of you who don't read the warning label, there is disturbing audio There's an audio that may be disturbing for other viewers. But anyway, let's get back into this. Chapter 5. Sharklanteans Awaken. Creature felt his shark-like eyes open as he felt exhausted. His frenzy mode had taken longer than usual to wear off. Why did it take all night for his frenzy mode to wear off? Creature then heard a soft moan next to him as his eyes went wide. He turned his shark-like head to see Starlight Glimmer sleeping next to him. Even though he was tied in chains on a wall, she had used a simple spell to create a hovering bed next to him. Creature couldn't deny she was pretty, but what was she doing next to him? When Starlight Glimmer woke up, seeing Creature give her an odd stare, this, of course, led to them freaking out. She made Starlight leap out in surprise. Who are you? Why am I chained to a wall? Where am I? Creature panicked. Calm down. I'm Starlight Glimmer. You're in a private room at the Equestrian Hospital, and you were tied up because you came on shore. Their shark species attacked us in the lake, Starlight Glimmer explained. Attacked? Oh no, all the ponies must be in the lake while we were in frenzy season. How many were eaten? Creature asked. 10 were eaten, 5 died from their wounds, and 10 are recovering in the hospital, Starlight Glimmer explained. So that's 25 total. Dang it! I really wish we could control carnivorous nature, Creature growled. So you weren't in control. Thank goodness. This will help us a lot. One question though, Starlight Glimmer asked. What? Creature asked. What is this symbol you carved on my forehead? Starlight Glimmer asked. Creature studied it and had a look of horror on his face. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright guys, that was a cut, my bad. So, Creature studied it and had a look of horror on his face. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I marked you to be my mate. Why did I do that? My friend isn't lasting normally. The reason I didn't have my mind back to all nice because the mate was with me. Why now? Creature shouted angrily. Starlight felt her cheeks warm up as she blushed hard from hearing that. You know, maybe this isn't a bad thing, Starlight Glimmer told him. What do you mean? Creature asked. Before you can remove that mark, can we give us a try? Starlight Glimmer asked. Creature felt himself blush as he heard those words. Sure, I guess, Creature chuckled nervously. Starlight Glimmer smiled as she quickly untied him. If I wasn't rescued by my other friends must have found mates on their own. Quickly, we must find them, Creature warned as he ran off. Right behind you, Starlight Glimmer replied as the two set off as Creature used his Sharklantean senses to find his Sharklantean friends. 5 Astraseas later. Sunset Shimmer's eyes slowly began to open as she and Ripjaw woke up at the same time. Ah! Ah! They both freaked out and fell off the bed. Who are you? Sunset Shimmer shouted. I'm Ripjaw. I don't know how I got here or why I was sleeping next to you. Did we? Ripjaw asked, quivering, but Sunset quickly answered, No, we didn't. Although we merely cuddled, Sunset Shimmer admitted, hiding her blush. Sorry if I cuddled next to you. I may have marked you as my mate. Don't worry, I can fix this. If I can find creature, we can... Sunset Shimmer put a finger to Ripjaw's Sharklantean lips as she smiled. Don't worry, if you mark me as your mate, then I'll make sure you're mine, Sunset Shimmer said with bedroom eyes. Eh? That has to be better than King Patch Vines. Oh, Ripjaw exclaimed, confused. With that, Sunset Shimmer pounced as she snuggled Ripjaw very closely and lovingly. Ah! Lady, please! Ripjaw squealed. Sunset Shimmer then kissed Ripjaw passionately as she tasted his exotic shark-like lips. Oddly, Sunset Shimmer enjoyed every single minute of it as she enjoyed his taste. Before Sunset could take it further, a knock on her front door stopped. Jeez, it just meant already a kiss? Sunset, you're taking this too far. Sunset was aggravated at first, but then again, she was kind of going way too fast. You think? But she sighed. Come on, let's see who that is, Sunset said as the two walked downstairs. On their way down, something clicked into Ripjaw's mind. I never did get your name, Ripjaw asked. Sunset tried to hide her embarrassment as she realized she went too fast without telling him her name. I'm Sunset Shimmer, Sunset Shimmer stammered, still blushing. Sunset? A lovely name for a very attractive mare such as yourself, Ripjaw told her in a soft voice. Sunset's blush deepened as she opened the door, seeing Creature and Starlight Glimmer. Creature, thank goodness you found me, Ripjaw said happily. Please don't tell me you marked this mare as your mate, Creature asked. You're kinda too late. She's already marked. Ripjaw stumbled. Great. We've gotten ourselves into a big mess, Creature groaned. Well, I still want to try out this relationship with Ripjaw before removing the mark, Sunset Shimmer said as she gave Ripjaw bedroom eyes. Well, it doesn't hurt to try, Ripjaw agreed nervously. Well, I guess we both are lucky, huh? Come on, we need to find Mega next. Hopefully he's not in trouble, Creature said as he, Ripjaw, Starlight Glimmer, and Sunset Shimmer all ran off. 5 Astra Seas later. Mega stirred from his slumber as he slowly opened his eyes. He then noticed that Applejack, who was half naked, sleeping peacefully, her bottom half was exposed to him. Oh no, what have I done? Hey, if that happened to me, I would say the same thing. Mega realized in horror. He needed to make amends, but he had to get out of here. As he slowly began to leave, Applejack quickly pulled him downward, their bodies still touching as Applejack wrapped her legs around his waist, moaning from his soft touch. Mega stammered while blushing. Don't go, Sugar Cube. Please stay longer, Applejack mumbled dazedly. But I marked you as my mate. I can't do this to you. I shouldn't have done this too. I think it's best for me to just Applejack cut him off when she put her lips to his and stared affectionately into his eyes. I know it's not your fault, but you were honest, and I think I might give this a try. I think you seem nice, honest, and strong, Applejack explained. Mega blushed at her comment. You really think of me as that instead of a freak? Mega asked. To be honest, I always had a liking to beast-like creatures similar to you, Applejack cooed softly. Thanks, Mega stammered. I'd better get dressed. Can you? Applejack began, but Mega read her mind. Oh, right, Mega replied, as he lifted himself up as Applejack unwrapped her legs and stepped up as she went off to get dressed. By the way, we didn't... You know, Mega stammered. No, Sugar Cube, we didn't. We'll take this one step at a time. Applejack smiled reassuringly. Thanks. Mega breathed in relief. Don't worry, I think I'm going to like you around, Mr. Applejack started, but Mega answered. Mega. My name is Mega, Mega told her. Now that is a weird name, Applejack realized. It's abbreviated from Megalodon, Mega told her. Oh, that makes sense, Applejack said as she went upstairs to change. As she changed, a knock on the front door got Mega's attention. He opened it to see his fellow friends. Creature, Ripjaw, thank goodness it's good to see you, Mega cheered happily. Please tell me you, Creature began before Mega cut him off. Already marked Amara as my mate. Haven't actually done this, and she wants to try us out as a couple. You too, huh? Mega asked. All three of us, Ripjaw told them. Applejack came downstairs to see who was at the door. Sunset, Starlight, good to see ya. Applejack smiled as they all hugged. All three of you are friends? The Sharklanteans asked. You darn tootin' we are, Applejack answered. So who we have to find next? Ripjaw asked. We need to find an atomic. There's a chance we got separated, Mega warned. Alright, let's search for atomic, Creature told them as all of them raced off. 5 astrophysics later. Atomic woke up tired and running low on atomic energy. He then noticed he was cuddling Tempest's shadow and stayed where he was, waiting for her to wake up. He didn't wait long as Tempest stirred from her slumber. Good morning, handsome. Tempest's shadow cooed softly. I had memories of last night. The one question. You could have any stallion you wanted, yet you picked a mutant Sharklantean. Why me? Atomic asked her. Because a Sharklantean was a friend to my parents. I always dreamed of having a Sharklantean as my husband in the future. Now I finally have my wish, and I'm happy, Tempest sighed. Still, why me? I'm considered a major offense to my kind, so why pick an outcast? Atomic asked. Because I was an outcast once, and I guess we seem perfect for each other. Please, I want to try to be in a relationship with you, not just for your looks, but for the kind heart that others failed to see, Tempest explained. Atomic sighed as he and Tempest sat up. I guess we could try this and see how this goes, Atomic told her. As they each gave each other a loving hug, a knock was heard at Tempest's door. She had blown all the candles out before they slept, and they both answered to find Starlight, Sunset, and Applejack, along with the rest of the small Sharklantean survivors. When Atomic explained everything with Tempest's shadow, they were relieved. So that's the 4 of us on the marking acceptance train. Who's next? Ripjaw asked. Phantom is next. He might be on the same boat as all of us, Creature told them as the group ran to find Phantom. 5 astrophysics later. Phantom and Trixie both woke up at the same time. Phantom was about to leave, but Trixie grabbed him and brought him back to the bed. She cuddled Phantom tightly as their body touched, making Trixie arch her back and let out a wanting moan. Please don't go, Phantom. Trixie has been alone all her life. She wants to try to start a relationship with you. Trixie breathed as she stopped hugging him so he could speak. You sure about this, Miss Trixie? Phantom asked. Trixie giggled at his statement and replied, Yes, but do please call me Trixie instead of Miss Trixie. Trixie explained. Fine then, Trixie it is, Phantom smiled. She got herself dressed as she was now in her stage costume. As the others arrived, Phantom was now on the same boat as they were. Well, last but not least is Tiger Claw, Mega informed. I sense he was at Twilight's castle. Let's see if he's on the same boat as we are, Creature told them as they all journeyed back to Twilight's castle. 5 asteroseas later. Tiger Claw woke up next to Twilight Sparkle. He personally wanted a different mate, but after what he did to Flash Sentry in the Frenzy season, he could do his best to fix this. Twilight woke up staring into Tiger Claw's eyes with a loving expression. Good morning, Tiger Claw, Twilight cooed softly. Good morning to you, Your Majesty, Tiger Claw replied. Twilight giggled from his kindness. Please just call me Twilight, Twilight reassured him. Okay, Tiger Claw stammered. You know, even though what happened, I kind of like having you sleep next to me, Twilight blushed. Same, Tiger Claw replied with a blush as well. The knock on Twilight's room got their attention. Twilight quickly got herself dressed before Tiger Claw answered the door. Sure enough, Tiger Claw was in the same boat as the others. All of them were now in Twilight's castle, especially Princess Luna and Princess Celestia. So, let me get this straight. We all have accidentally triggered our markings that marks a female creature to be our mate. And the mates we have chosen who are standing in front of us don't want the marks we made removed. Creature asked, shocked. Well, I have been wanting to date a stallion recently, but you make an exception, Starlight admitted while blushing. I haven't had a special sun pony in a while. But still, there are some naughty things that I want to try with Ripjaw. Sunset Shimmercoo to Ripjaw with bedroom eyes, which made him blush a deep shade of crimson. Well, I kinda want a stallion on the farm, plus I don't mind looking for love. Applejack grinned as she nuzzled Mega's chest, making himself blush. I have always wanted a Sharklantean to mark me as a mate, and now when the time is right, Atomic and I are gonna have some real fun. Temp said seductively as she gave Atomic bedroom eyes, making him feel nervous. Trixie could use a partner as a magician, but she could also use a partner to have fun in her carriage. Trixie cooed, making Phantom's glow extra bright white. I have my own promises. Twilight blushed, wanting to keep her personal feelings for Tiger Claw a secret. Well, this changes everything. It does, Creature realized. Celestia and Luna did their best not to lose their minds or get their minds in the gunner. Then perhaps you can find your species and we can agree on new terms, Celestia suggested. I am afraid that's not possible, Celestia, Creature informed her. Why not? Luna asked. Because all the other Why not? Luna asked. Because all the other Sharklanteans have been infected by the Croth Plague. We are the last of our kind, Creature explained. What is the Croth Plague? Twilight asked. The Croth Plague is one of the most destructive plagues we have ever seen, Creature began. It infects in only one substance, water. Somehow our source of water was contaminated, exposing us to the plague. When the infection comes as follows, first the victim has heavy coughing, then sleepwalking. Then they lose the ability to think or speak. Then the plague kills them and resurrects them, which turns them into zombies, Creature explained. So they would be turned into... Starlight began, but Creature finished for her. Zombie Sharklanteans, Creature finished. Are any of you infected? Celestia asked. No, we are immune to the infection, Creature told her. How? Luna asked. I'm immune because I was given a birth defect, caused me to go into evolution mode. Because of that, the Croft Plague cannot infect me, Creature explained. I wasn't infected because I lived far away from the infection, but luckily he gave me immunity toward it, Mega explained. Me and Ripjaw can't be infected because my DNA is gamma radiation and the radioactive cells would eat away the infection cells faster than it could infect me. He can't be infected because he is a mixed breed, Atomic explained. Tiger Claw was also given immunity from the infection as well. And Phantom can't get infected because he's already dead. And is a special ghost shark body phase, which is permanent, Creature explained. I ain't afraid of no plague. Phantom scoffed. Well, then the citizens will find it uneasy, but they'll come around as long as you warn us of when your frenzy season activates again, Princess Celestia said sternly. As long as we tell you where our frenzy season is taking place, hopefully none of the pony citizens are stupid enough to go through that, Creature replied, rolling his eyes. Well then, we welcome you to Ponyville. Perhaps you should stay with your mates, Luna inquired. We like to take it one step at a time. That goes for all of us, Creature explained. Twilight, Starlight, Sunset, Applejack, Tempest, and Trixie agreed as each of them began to have their own time together, planning how to date their new Sharklantean boyfriends. And I'm probably going to be back with another chapter, so let's end this here. This is going to be a cut for now. And we're back. Sorry it took so long, but it was trying to go through some things. And right now, we're going on to Chapter 6. Chapter 6 for Mark of the Ancients. Chapter 6. The Dragon Knight and the Unicorn Princess. The Dragonlands were the hottest places. It was one of the hottest places in the world, and everything was mostly perfect. No, the Dragon Lord Torch was planning on retiring soon. Note, because Shifter was very close to Ember, to a description to Dragon Lord Ember in the first Return of the Earth Defenders, Ember will not be in this sequel at all, or any other sequels for that matter. And now back to the story. A loud knocking on the door caught his attention. "Enter!" Torch shouted. Stepping in was his roguishly handsome son, Prince Spike, the dragon. Many dragonesses drooled over Spike, wanting to marry him. However, it was unfortunate that Spike could not find a mate of his own species. Luckily, he could fix this. "Hello, Spike, my boy," Torch grinned. Spike was dressed in his enchanted diamond armor. Now, Spike had a body that was mostly fit, which, not looking very buff. He was still the toughest dragon in all of the Dragonlands, despite his muscles. His emerald green spines covered his thick purple scales. He was a purple dragon, the rarest of his kind, and the most powerful dragons in all of lands. Now, as an anthro version, he's going to be not a little child, he's going to be like a teenager, so he's going to be like a little taller than some of the characters, but anyway. His face was roguishly handsome, but he kept a serious face. "It's good to see you, Father," Spike smiled. "Yes, but it's time we took care of your problem," Torch grinned. "Yeah, but Dad, no matter how hard I try, almost all the dragonesses here either want me for my looks or for royalty," Spike sighed sadly. "Ah, but you are missing the big picture, my son," Torch grinned. "I'm not sure I follow," Spike asked, confused. "Perhaps it's best I don't retire. I think it's time you started a kingdom of your own," Torch grinned. "But creating a kingdom of dragons is much harder than running one," Spike explained. "Don't worry, my boy, you can do it. Besides, your tastes lie somewhere more pony-like," Torch smiled. "You mean find a mate of a different species?" Spike asked, shocked. "Indeed. My brother left the kingdom because the woman he loved was a different Seas. Perhaps the same goes for you, Torch grinned. I guess I'll give it a try, Spike shrugged. Excellent. I've searched some of the ponies in Equestria, and I think I found the perfect one. You are keeping this as a secret through Princess Celestia as you guarding for security, Torch explained. Sounds perfect. Who is she? Spike asked. She isn't exactly a princess, but I heard she's the most generous mare in Equestria, Torch explained. I guess I might as well give it a shot, Spike shrugged. Every bird has to leave the nest, my dear boy. Now go, find your love, Torch smiled, as the two shared a father-son hug one last time. Spike flew off. His giant purple dragon wings also made him look fierce as he flew off, as he knew what to do. 5 asteroids later. Rarity was working on some new dresses. A few years back, some idiot stole the gem she made for a dress, making her quite angry. The thief was never caught, but she even received a few threats from others, so she had asked for security. She heard that the security was going to arrive today. She imagined having a similar alarm as she had worn her best white and light purple dress today. She hummed to herself as she worked on her dress. Finally, the doorbell rang at the time she expected. Coming! Rarity shouted as she walked down. She knew that had to be her security. When she opened the door, her heart stopped as she was greeted with quite a sight. Standing in front of the doorway was none other than Spike the Dragon. He's kind of a few inches taller than her. He was holding his diamond helmet with his arm while holding a paper in his clawed hand. He also had a sword sheathed in the opposite hand. Rarity stared at Spike. He was the most handsomest thing she had ever laid her eyes upon. Her heart was beating out of her chest as she saw his perfect face. Spike looked up, seeing the beautiful mare before him. Despite being a bit nervous, Spike had kept his cool. As for Rarity, she was so nervous that she couldn't even speak. Oh, camera. Oh my Celestia, he's so high, Rarity thought to herself. Excuse me, is this the Carousel Boutique? Spike asked. Yeah, Rarity stammered. I was hired to be the security around here, Spike asked. Sorry, yes, I'm Rarity, Rarity said as she reached her hand out. I'm Spike the Dragon, Spike introduced as he gave her a gentle but firm shake, then let go. Spike, such a handsome name, and he's a dragon. So exotic, Rarity thought dreamily to herself. As she let Spike in, he began to guard the place that Rarity had assigned him, which was somewhere in the boutique. As after she worked on her dresses, as Spike guarded, Rarity stared at Spike's emerald jade eyes. I'm going to be upstairs, Rarity stammered, then took off. Okay, Spike asked confused, then shook it off. Rarity then entered her room as she shut the door behind her, panting out of breath. How can the dragon's eyes be so sexy? Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny right there. That is hilarious. Oh, boy. Camera. That just made my day. That was just funny. She then calmed herself down and did her best to get herself together. As she continued to work on her dresses, it was hard for her to concentrate. She couldn't stop thinking about the handsome Drake she met, and she wanted to get to know him more. 5 asteroids later. Spike stood guard most of the time and mostly didn't think much. He was used to guarding. He was used to guarding. He rarely did get any action. Rarity's dressmaking didn't bother him as he kept himself alert. Soon Rarity came downstairs in a dress that wasn't too fancy or plain, but just perfect. Mr. Spike? Rarity asked. It's just Spike, Spike informed her. Right, Spike. I decided to go on a picnic today. Would you like to join me?
Rarity asked. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be a bother, so... Rarity quickly cut him off with her response. Excuse me. You won't be a bother. Besides, there's no one other than you to keep me company, Rarity replied in a huffed voice. Well, alright, Spike answered as he sheathed his sword away as the two walked together. The two ended up finding quite a private spot. Rarity had brought sandwiches for them to enjoy, which they did. After a while, the two began to chat. Rarity had told him what her life was like and the similar interests. So, Spike, what's your story? After all, what is a dragon guard doing all the way out here guarding a fashionita? Rarity asked. Well, my story is my mother died when I was born, and my father is a dragon lord, and I was going to be next in line for the throne, Spike told her. Rarity's heart practically melted. He's a prince? He's everything I could ask for as a stallion, Rarity thought to herself. So what happened? Rarity asked. Oh, I'm sorry. Rarity's heart practically melted. There we go. Well, my father and I knew that I didn't want to run the kingdom alone, except all the free dragonesses that I dated weren't my type, Spike explained. My father suggested that it would be best if I ran my own kingdom, because taking on his legacy wasn't worth it, if no one was interested in you, so I traveled here, Spike answered. Well, this kingdom is already run by Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, and they're not retiring anytime soon, Rarity suggested. Well, I was going to see if there were any ponies who would be interested in me. Maybe just live in the castle with whoever I marry and start that kingdom. Both dragons and ponies live in harmony, Spike explained. Rarity liked what he said, and this made her approach Spike even more. As the picnic ended, Spike escorted Rarity home, which she enjoyed. Thank you for choosing to be my security, Rarity smiled. No problem, Spike replied. Rarity then gave Spike a small peck on his cheek, which made the dragon blush. Thank you, Spike. I had a wonderful time, she hummed. You're welcome, Spike stammered out. Rarity went upstairs as she enjoyed the rest of her night in her bedchambers, while Spike fell asleep and had his senses on full alert. And that's going to end the episode here. Hope you all enjoyed this Predator 2525. Signing off.